Conversatorio juvenil sobre energía, economía y migración. Em, diapos- diapositiva siguiente, por favor. Somos Liudmyla Haliulko, es de Ucrania y hace parte del programa RUA como embajadora, y yo me llamo Loli y hago parte del mismo programa, pero como participante de Francia. El programa RUA existe desde 2023 y es cuando el Parlamento Juvenil Europeo empezó a coordinar el programa, que reúne en igual proporción a jóvenes ucranianos y no ucranianos de toda Europa. El programa empodera a jóvenes líderes para contribuir a la recuperación de Ucrania a través de la abogacía, la innovación y la cooperación internacional. Como parte del programa, las y los embajadores elaboran un vision paper que presenta sus ideas para la reconstrucción y que sirve como base para futuros esfuerzos de abogacía. Las y los participantes participan en trainings, eventos y diálogos para construir un futuro sostenible y democrático para Ucrania. Y aquí puedes escanear para más información sobre el programa.
Oi, I'm so sorry, I was muted. So now we are moving on to speaking about Ukraine basically, and I believe you can turn on the interpretation to Spanish if you need it. If you need, you can take a moment for that, and then I'll start. Okay, so before diving deeply into the topics of migration, economics, and renewables, we will do a tiny Ukraine 101. Starting with Ukraine's location and size. So Ukraine has a size of 600,000 square meters, which is in comparison like one and a half of Paraguay, which is also the largest country which is fully in Europe. Ukraine borders 7 countries, which you can see here in the picture, which are Moldova, Romania, Hungary, Slovakia, Poland, Belarus, and Russia. The Ukraine, as for now, is for 2025, has a population of 36 million people, counting the internally displaced people and accounting for those who also left. Ukraine is itself pretty diverse and multilingual. As majority of population are Ukrainians speaking Ukrainian language, with the indigenous peoples who are Crimean Tatars speaking Crimean Tatar, who mainly reside in temporarily occupied Crimea, which you can see here in the picture down on the right. Also, you can see different colors here, like purple and others. And these colors show the resources which are located in Ukraine, starting with coal, iron ore, uh, gas, and other resources. And basically, that is one of Ukrainian significances, as it has a lot of different natural resources about which you could have heard about while listening about agreements between Ukraine and the US. And also, Ukraine's significance now is that it's in between Europe and Russia as the European shield, and which defends Europe and European democratic values. And now we are moving to economics.
La economía ucraniana está impulsada por dos sectores clave, la agricultura y la tecnología. El país es una potencia agrícola mundial exportando granos, aceite de girasol y otros productos de la industria agroalimentaria. Uno de los proyectos más importantes es Grain from Ukraine, con beneficiarios en países de África y Asia, incluyendo Palestina. Al mismo tiempo, el sector tecnológico de Ucrania está floreciendo con un gran talento en TI y una creciente reputación como centro de innovación y servicios digitales como la aplicación gubernamental DIA. El crecimiento futuro se enfoca en la agricultura sostenible, la transformación digital y la expansión de exportaciones tecnológicas de alto valor.
Adding to the topic of the economy, something has changed after start of full-scale invasion. Technological sector continued to thrive, but something changed in more negative way about the agricultural sector, and 23% of Ukrainian soil is now mined, mostly in the east and south, which are uh, either now under the big missile shelling or occupied. And agriculture therefore became hazardous, leading to abandoned harvests, huge losses, and reduced global food supply. As Loli already mentioned, the initiative Grain from Ukraine. The capacity now is much lower because of the shellings, because of dangerous harvesting, which doesn't allow us Ukrainians to help those who need. As it was mentioned, to some Asian countries and some countries around, and some other countries around the globe. But beside general Ukrainian economics, we'll also talk a little bit more about economic ties between Ukraine and South American and the Caribbean countries on the next slide. And Ukraine is expanding trade relations across the region with potential free trade agreements under discussion with Argentina and Chile. And these agreements aim to boost the exchange of agricultural products, machinery, and industrial goods. Meanwhile, the Dominican Republic is emerging as the strategic logistic hub for Ukrainian exports, supporting broader access to Latin American markets, as it is already a huge um, logistical hub for the whole region. Ukraine is now joining and will expand its trade and its economic relations with the state. And on the next slide, you can see the picture of uh, Ukrainian on that time Minister of Economics, now Prime Minister, with the Argentinian colleague. Yep. And now we are moving on to renewables.
Sí, Ucrania tiene un gran potencial en energías renovables, especialmente en solar, eólica y bioenergía. Antes de la invasión rusa, los renovables representaban más del 10% de la mezcla eléctrica y la energía verde era uno de los sectores de más rápido crecimiento. A pesar de los retrocesos de la guerra y los ataques a la infraestructura, Ucrania sigue priorizando una recuperación verde con el objetivo de reconstruir con un enfoque en la independencia energética y la sostenibilidad. Sostenibilidad. Lo siento. Ya pues sí, ya, gracias. Ahora la migración, el principal factor y reto migratorio en Ucrania es la invasión rusa. Millones de ucranianos han sido desplazados, con más de 5 millones registrados como refugiados en Europa y alrededor de 3,5 millones desplazados internos. Sin embargo, Ucrania ha sido durante mucho tiempo un centro para estudiantes internacionales, especialmente de India, China y países africanos atraídos por su educación médica y técnica barata y de calidad. Además, migrantes de Asia Central y Turquía trabajan en sectores como la construcción, la agricultura y los servicios. Aquí, sobre el mapa podemos ver a los flujos hacia Bielorrusia y Rusia que corresponden principalmente a ucranianos que viven en las zonas ocupadas por el ejército ruso en este del país. Quizás haya oído hablar de los niños deportados a Rusia. Algunos ucranianos también han sido reclutados por el ejército ruso y otros han cruzado la frontera rusa para dirigirse al Cáucaso, Europa o Asia Central. Como pueden ver, no disponemos de los datos sobre quienes han regresado a Ucrania por la frontera rusa, a diferencia de los que han regresado desde países europeos. Hay mucho movimiento de refugiados ucranianos en Europa. La frontera con Ucrania está muy activa y algunos deciden regresar a Ucrania definitivamente por diferentes razones, o otros van y vienen entre Ucrania y sus países de acogida.
And continuing the way as we discussed it before, we discussed the migration, and now we'll talk more about Ukrainians in Latin America, in South America generally, and the history of Ukrainian diaspora in the region is pretty long. It dates back to late 19th century when many Ukrainians fled political oppression, as Ukraine was split back then between Austro-Hungarian and Russian Empire. People were fleeing the oppression in both empires. And today, the region is home to significant Ukrainian population with one of the biggest diasporas, uh, with around 600,000 people in Brazil and 300,000 people in Argentina. And one of the most, I believe, interesting facts and one of the most notable centers is Prudentopolis in southern Brazil, which is often referred as Ukrainian capital of the even of the entire region. And Ukrainian language is official regional language there. And diaspora communities there continue to play a huge role in maintaining Ukrainian culture in the region, in the city. And looking at these pictures, you can see the church, which is located in Prudentopolis, which has completely Ukrainian style. Photo on the very back, on the very left and very right, and the Ukrainian diaspora in the city on the photo in between. And that's gonna be it as for now. And
Bueno, ya estamos todos de regreso. Les quería decir que vamos a emitir certificados de participación por si alguien está interesado. Voy a compartir en el chat un link al que pueden ustedes acceder a este certificado, le pueden poner su nombre y pueden entonces tener un comprobante de que participaron en este workshop con nosotros el día de hoy. Voy a poner el link.
Thank you, Liudmyla. That was very nice. And in the beginning of in the chat room, you said that I have a good English, but I want to say that you also have a very good pronunciation in Spanish. When you pronounce words in Spanish, you have a good pronunciation. It's not like we call it Yankees, people from the basically north of the world, and usually are like es muy bueno. It's like that, But you pronounce very good, so that's a good point for you. You're gonna be very good and fluent in Spanish.
Thank you so much. Muchísimas gracias.
De nada.
I
And
tried.
Loli as well. Loli as well. You did it great. Increíble, Loli. Excelente.
Yep.
Okay, if anyone else wants to share some ideas or some things they learned in Spanish and English, maybe Liudmyla, you can teach us one Ukrainian word you want us to know.
Yeah. I can. I would say that the only hi and goodbye are pretty basic. So let's just go with love, because like not love romantic. Like Ukrainian language has two types of love, like romantic love and love to anything else not romantic. You can love grass, love
Ice
matcha
cream.
latte, live ice cream, any type of thing. And we will go with this love any type of thing word, and that's love. Lubov.
Come again?
Lubov.
Lubo.
Lubov. Yeah, it's pretty. Yeah,
Lubov.
yeah. Actually, that was pretty good. That was
Thank
pretty
you.
good. Yep, and like that's I believe the thing we should share. Let's say. So yeah, Lubov. I can also write that like with English script. With English script. Why can I write it? To the chat. Here you go. That's also that's also the woman's name, by the way, in Ukraine.
Okay.
As the funny fact.
Lyubov.
Lyubov.
Nice.
That was very good. That was very, very good. Yep. So yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you, Liudmyla. Thank you, Liudmyla, for your time and for explaining very patiently to hard questions.
That's like I am like as I really like to say, we're not looking for easy ways, we're not looking for easy paths. And like we are like I'm more than happy to explain that. And I'm pretty open to explanations about Paraguay and about other countries, like because after some facts I learned about Argentina, I got very, very curious. So yeah.
Yes, and well, two more things if I have time. And it's one, I like to advise about questioning everything because I believe the same. I'm very passionate about knowledge, and I like to understand and to know and to looking for reason, explanation, and stuff. So I like that advice. I'm gonna take it. And the other thing about you teach us some words in Ukrainian. I want to give back to you. I want to teach you a word in my other language, because in Paraguay we have two languages. We speak Spanish, but we also speak Guarani. It's a native, an indigenous language. 80% of the Paraguayan population speaks it. It's very, very strong. It's very, very cultural, and it doesn't matter what social class you are. You have to speak it because, first of all, we love it, but also it is you can't be Paraguayan if you don't speak Guarani. So you already teach us love, so I'm gonna teach you the same word in Guarani. It's a little bit tricky, but it's pronounced ro hai hu.
Ro,
Hi, yes,
hai, hu.
hu. Exactly. Oh, pretty
Ro.
good. Yes.
Okay, but
Uh,
this R should be different. I hear that it's I said it differently, so I have to learn this R.
yeah,
Ro,
the R is
ha,
different. Ro
yeah.
hai hu. And we have a word. I mean, we have a sound that it's different in Guarani than in any other. I don't know. Maybe in other part of the word, but it's the word. It's not like.
We do have that. We do have
Huh?
this one. We do have this
Really?
one as well. Yeah. It sounds like in Ukrainian.
Ah, okay. Interesting. I didn't know that. But it means water.
Oh,
Mhm.
okay. Okay, I should also learn more about that because we also in Ukraine we also have indigenous peoples beside of
Mhm.
Ukrainians. As I said, we have other indigenous peoples
Ah,
who are
interesting.
Muslims, by the way.
Ah, okay.
So Ukraine is not only like mono-religious country, you know. So I believe, you know, if we are going deeply into like two countries' stories, we could find a lot of parallels.
Yeah,
So
I'm
I
pretty sure
believe,
about
yep. So I believe, I really believe that's gonna be interesting.
it.
And
You said
yep.
yes. No, sorry.
Yep. And just regarding the advices, as you said, I will oh yo, I see. Okay, Alua. Okay. And regarding the learning a lot, I can share a few resources. Uh,
Mhm.
Depending on which social media you are using. Like I'm like in Ukraine, the Instagram is the most popular one. Like as the funny fact, you know, I
Mhm.
was like the cultural shock for me was the fact that in EU people really use Snapchat for like chatting. In Ukraine, it's just tiny funny masks, you know. And in EU people use that for chatting, but in Ukraine, the most popular one is Instagram, so I can advise some pages
Also
for,
here.
yeah, okay. Then I can share it maybe I can share it in on Instagram. Wait. I just need to find it here. It's called Ukrainer. They do a lot of things about culture and about cultural similarities and just cultural things generally. Recently, they did the post about in the Independence Day of Indonesia. They did a post about Ukraine and Indonesia about similarities, and I was very surprised by how similar we are. Uh, yep. So here you go.
Oh,
One. This one, and if we're talking about news, I will give you not governmental one. I will give you civil society one. Like I won't say that governmental are not trustworthy, but just for you to be sure, I will give you a civil society one. Uh, yep. Wait. Instagram. It will look like it's governmental, but it's not. It's just people did the thing and called the website, wait, official Instagram. Yeah, official Instagram of Ukraine. Yep. Okay, just
very
wait a
nice.
second.
Okay.
Okay.
You
Also,
said that you. Hmm?
yeah, Eliora?
Yeah, and Ludmila said that she's studying in Ukraine right now. What are you studying right now, Ludmila?
International economics.
Oh, interesting.
Yep. So like I'm pretty much into, but I personally like I want to continue economics soon, and I want to work on development economics.
Yeah.
Yep. So like how to, how not to make people and countries like depend on subsidies. but also how to make people, like how to give the start for the people so they will continue. It's working like that already in Ukraine because a lot of people are having businesses, like even small businesses. And like people are pretty autonomous, and the villages in Ukraine are pretty autonomous from the cities, I would say. People in villages are much more autonomous than people in villages are much more autonomous than people in cities. I would say that we're much less dependent on governmental services.
Yeah,
Like-
that's a very interesting phenomenon. I am actually working in some economics fields too. I am understanding and disarming the word productivity because this is pretty interesting how to measure productivity. It depends of who you ask. It's going to be very tricky because, for example, for us, I mean, I am always going to talk about from a South American perspective. For example, it is well known that the more developed countries also usually call non-developed or not developed enough countries because they lack of productivity. But what is actually productivity means, and that's a very interesting point. I am working on that.
Oh, okay, that sounds pretty interesting. I would also love to I believe that's gonna also be the part of what I will study. Like now I'm more of type of just general economics. But that sounds pretty interesting, I would say.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then thank you very much. I feel like
We're
you
so
two
sorry.
could really
Sorry,
connect with each other.
it was a very interesting talk. Sorry.
No, we learned a lot, and it was really wonderful to have like this cultural exchange, learn new words, and but I think we also have to end this soon. So maybe Liudmyla and Loli, you can also put your email address in the chat. So hopefully Eduardo will contact you, Liudmyla, and maybe you can come up with some more ideas. And then he's gone. No,
Sure.
no, he's gone. Yeah. He will find you. That's it.
Yeah. In case, I will give both email and perhaps I don't know. If, in Ukraine, we are less formal sometimes, so I'll also leave my Instagram. In case. Yep. So it's here you go with both. Yep. And if you, so we don't take everyone's time, take a lot of everyone's time. If you are more interested in some more details, you can also reach out to me to any of these contacts.
Yeah. Also, we will put up a follow-up for these workshops. So in the email, we put more additional information, more sources, and your contact informations again. So I hope everyone can get the access, can get more information. And with that, thank you very much, everyone who participated, who stayed with us. And Sofía, do you have anything more to add?
Pues si nadie más tiene nada que añadir, muchísimas gracias por participar. Los esperamos en una siguiente edición de un workshop de Intercultural Hub y que tengan linda tarde.
Liudmyla y
Hasta luego,
Loli,
gente. Chao, chao.
should you stay maybe a few more minutes for feedback and stuff?
Of course.
Okay, let's wait
Ja,
until
den
the
anderen rausschmeißen.
Ja, wir müssen aufpassen. Eduardo wird sonst gleich, mit Liudmyla wieder diskutieren. There will be another discussion with you and Eduardo, I think, and then we will not get to finish. So let's wait. Okay. Okay. Thank you so much. This was really, really good. I'm so proud that everything worked out. Loli, you were so good. I was so jealous of your Spanish. I was sitting there and
Okay,
so
thank
good.
you. I was super stressed.
Understandable, but you did so well, and I hope it was okay talking with Ulises and Jorge. I think they spoke quite slow, so
They were very nice, yeah.
okay.
Actually, I was a bit scared when I heard that they were from Argentina because I struggle with this accent, but they were very nice. So
True. I understand that. What is your impression? Anything you want to give us feedback? Anything you would suggest we should change? What's your idea?
From my side, I think everything you went pretty well, and that was pretty good of us to do like pretty one-on-one presentation, and then go through Q&As, because like Sophia, maybe Sophia didn't hear the very first questions, perhaps she did, but like the questions I got were mostly historical, like uh I didn't expect it, but I was not surprised, let's say. That's why I said things about checking information and like, media things at the end. Yep. So like I think that like that's not more that's not to you, that's more to me, and maybe also to you when you do it with other countries. But if you didn't have another workshop before about some type of political historical situation, then maybe what I would change, let's say, if I knew today's situation yesterday, I would add another historic slide, let's say. Yep, that's what I would say. But if it was before, because I remember you said that you were meant to have another session before, also about Ukraine. And you had it. Or no?
Sadly, our speaker was preoccupied. We had a speaker who wanted to like talk about like economics and also like corruption in Russia, corruption in Ukraine, how Ukraine is now tackling that, and like how it's going to join the EU and what steps it wants to take. But he's writing his PhD, so he sadly said he does not have time. So if you in any capacity meet anyone who is an expert in some topic related to Ukraine and speaks Spanish or is open for multi-translation, I think it worked out fine. Please always send this person as well to us. We would love to have more input like that.
I'll think about that. I think there is such person, and I know one analytical center which works a lot with Ukraine, Latin America, and I believe I believe they know Spanish. So I will reach out to them, ask, and then give you their contacts.
Perfect.
And Loli, your impressions?
Yeah, they had very interesting questions, but of course I'm not Ukrainian myself, so on some of them it was a bit tricky to answer. But yeah, I was going to share with Liudmyla some of the questions because, for instance, it was Ulysses who said he was very interested in literature, for instance, and he would love to learn more about poetry in Ukrainian or novels, and really to experience the culture through literature. And he said it could work in South America because they liked to read. So obviously, I mean, I had one in mind, but Liudmyla, you would know more than me.
I can find some. I will try my best to find them in Spanish and like in open access, like with no need to buy it. I will try my best to do that, and I believe we do have something like that.
Yeah, but don't worry about the translation because, for instance, he told me he was from the north of Argentina and they have a community there. So maybe they have, a library where they have in Spanish already the books, but he just doesn't know that they're Ukrainian literature.
Oh, okay.
Maybe because they have a community, so it may work. And other question more about Ukrainian foreign policies, especially in terms of diaspora. I don't really know Ukrainian policies that well, so I was going to send you a message with all of that so we can discuss what we can do and how we can proceed.
Okay, you can, yep, sure you can.
Also, feel free if you find some answers you want to share with us, Liudmyla, to send it to us. We have a translation department, so they can do a translation. We will just put it in DeepL if it's in Ukrainian and figure out that is kind of the same. I know a person who speaks Ukrainian, so we can do something like that. Also, our social media management team is really happy with the workshop. So our idea is that we will provide some follow-up to this workshop. Wonderful would be if you maybe both would do a small video in which you explain Loli in Spanish to keep the practice, and you, Liudmyla, in English. We will put some subtitles. Also, Loli, if you're done with Spanish, you can put it in English and we put some subtitles on it. And we will also post that. And if you have any additional information also in the future, if you, for example, maybe there comes an initiative in the countries of Latin America or something you find that is related to Latin America and Ukrainian relationship, always send it to us. We will put it on social media. We want to keep informing people in Latin America about European issues, and you're experts in Ukrainian better than we are. So please keep in contact. And
Yeah, by the way, like right now in the framework of the Rebuild Ukraine Ambassadors Initiative, I am now developing a workshop. This workshop, like it's pretty interactive, and it can work to, I believe, any country because it's tailored like as just the algorithm. It's like finding parallels between Ukraine and some other country. It can be like starting with Japan, ending up with I don't know, with any type of insert the name. So yeah, like I'm now thinking, I'm now still developing it, and perhaps we'll think because it's targeted for international audience, but I really need to think about funding and other things. So when it's tackled, yeah, when it's tackled, I will we'll let you know.
yeah. Also, you're always welcome to like get us more input, and if you like, you can always do another workshop in the future. Hopefully, it will be a workshop about the war in Ukraine ended. Everything is good now, I hope. Yeah, that's everything. Sophia, you have anything to add?
I just want to thank you guys for your effort that you put in the presentation, and Loli, especially you with your Spanish. And thank you for your time as well.
Ooh. Yeah. Okay, we will keep in touch. I will send you a little bit more information. Hopefully, you will send me a little bit more information as well. And we will do the round mail in which we put like additional information, your contact information and stuff. So people, I feel like Eduardo really wants to know more. So
that's amazing. Curiosity is amazing.